Hey all, it's Aaron here from Stratos AI. And in this video, I'm going to be walking through 16 AI workflows that you can implement in your work right now to achieve more whilst doing less. These workflows will help you. And by the end of this, you'll have 16 different examples of how you can deploy AI to get quick and impactful wins, helping you get more done, stand out amongst your peers, and be at the forefront of AI adoption, which will unlock so many opportunities in your career, life, and business. So we're going to quickly dive into them. The very first one, which is it's very low hanging fruit, it's easily done and it has massive value, which is a customer support FAQs on autopilot. So businesses can feed their common customer questions into an AI tool and let it generate instant 24/7 FAQ responses via chat or email, saving them tons of time. So if you take all the frequently asked questions that you get, you can run them through an AI, for example, ChatGPT or Claude, and then you can upload them into it. You can prompt AI, which will be on the next slide. And this will put together an email that covers each of those FAQs. And you can have an autoresponder attached to your email, regardless of if it's Gmail or Outlook. You can have an autoresponder which will reply to these emails, which are FAQs. This could be, for example, here are 20 most common questions our customers ask. You can paste the questions and answers here, write clear, friendly FAQ responses, and structure them for a website. So there's plenty of AI tools out there, which is just plug and play. So you can gear your chatbot to understand these FAQs. And whenever somebody's asking these questions, the right answer is being given. You can take those 2-3 hours that it takes somebody in the business or in the department to answer those FAQs, and you can give it to AI. So that's the very first one. Second one, which is very powerful, which is personalized marketing campaigns in minutes. So we call this the Netflix effect. For example, when you log onto Netflix and when I log onto Netflix, we get shown two different things. My screen is geared towards me and it's personalized towards what I like. Yours will be maybe dramas and rom-coms. So businesses can use AI to analyze past customer purchase data and quickly create personalized email campaigns that speak directly to different customer segments, boosting engagement. So for example, you've got, let's say, 1,000 customers in your CRM, and each of them have purchased something different or come through a certain line of inquiry. Now, they require personalized marketing in order to build a deep relationship with them. So somebody may have come through product one and another person's come through product two. Those products may be different in what they do or achieve, which means you have to deal with those two leads or customers differently. And that's what personalized marketing is. So what I want you to do is take all your past data, which customers you have, what they purchased, what they're interested in, segment them, but this can also be done via AI. So you can use ChatGPT or Claude to segment them. But I would probably recommend manually segmenting them yourselves because you know them better than what AI will know them. And then the next stage, which is the prompt, would be this. Analyze this customer purchase data. For example, you can analyze one segment first, do it one segment at a time. Segment customers by behavior and suggest 3 personalized email campaign ideas with subject lines and copy. What this means is the person that purchased product one will have a different experience, and your communication with them will build trust, authority, and loyalty with them in a different manner than it would product two and the customer that purchased product two, because they may have purchased it for a different use case. The next one is social media content suggestions from trends, which is a big one. So timing is a big thing in social media. For example, if you time your video right where it's popping or that subject is really prevalent in the media, you'll have more chance of getting attention and eyeballs on you. And that's what this is. We use AI to help us do this. So the businesses can feed a week's worth of trending topics into an AI tool and get a week's worth of tailored social media pulse ideas that resonate with their audience, cutting down brainstorming time. So previously what used to happen, even in our business, is we would spend 1 hour brainstorming what we're doing for the week, what are our topics, how are we going to hit our content. Now we can just give it to AI. We can research the trends, give it to AI, and AI will come back with the ideas, because the more we use our AI, for example, ChatGPT, the more it builds an understanding of who we are, what we like, and what results we're trying to achieve. So as we use it more and more, our results become more refined. So this is basically the flow here in green. One is you want to manually seek trends. So how I would do that is I would go into TikTok, look at what's trending. I'd go into YouTube, look at what's trending, and I'd go to Google and look at what's trending. So Google has Google Trends, so you can figure out what's happening that week, that day, or that month. So you can ride off the back of that and stay relevant and in front of your audience. Once you've understood the trends, copy and paste them. It might be 10, 3, 15, 20. Copy and paste them into ChatGPT or Google's Gemini. And then you want to prompt it. And the prompt will be using these trending topics, paste in the topics. It creates 7 engaging social media post ideas for business type, which is you. You might be a chiropractor, you might be a dentist, that match a fun conversational brand voice. So for me, I would say here are the trending topics this week. It's something to do with Jet2 holidays, and it's something to do with, let's say, what's trending right now? Some form of dances. And we want to be in front of our audience, which is the Stratos AI audience. How can we pair these trending topics and our marketing together? And it will find that fine balance for you. Next, we have AI-powered inventory predictions. So really good for retail or e-com stores. So retail or small e-commerce businesses can use AI to analyze seasonal sales data and predict what stock they'll need, preventing overstock or understock situations. So we actually have a few clients that are e-com clients, and they do have this bottleneck sometimes. Sometimes demand is a lot more than they expected, or it's a lot less. But if they just took their last 10 years worth of data and put it into AI, AI will analyze that exact data and draw upon what's happening there in the wide world. It will draw upon the internet, resources on Google, studies, predictions, and it will understand we have this historical data plus what we've understood of the internet and where the trends are. Where do we think this demand will be this year? That is much better than just relying on your historical data and saying, well, for the last 2-3 years, we've done this, so we should do that again. This year, trends may have changed, right? We've got a new generation coming in. So you need to be prepared for it. And the only real way to do that is to use AI alongside it. So you're drawing upon your historical data and AI, which draws that data from the wider web, and you can come to a conclusion. And what that prompt looks like is this. Here is our sales data for the past 24 months. Paste that data in, forecast our stock needs for the next 90 days and highlight potential understock risks. What you can also put here is you can add an addition, also take into account from credible sources, modern trends for 2025 and how that pairs with what we sell. So should we be slightly overstocked? Should we be understocked? Or, what is your recommendation? Automatic meeting summaries. So this is a very clever one. Use AI to record and summarize team meetings, providing clear action items so no one misses important tasks. So what we do at Stratos AI is whenever we have Zoom meetings with prospects or clients, we'll take the summary that's generated via Zoom, which is, I think, a paid feature anyway. We take that exact transcript of the call, so all the back and forth, the hello, the introductions, the diving deeps. We take that and run it through AI. So we have an exact meeting summary of what's expected of them and what's expected of us. The reason why this is good, because during the call, I don't need to sit there taking notes and trying to listen. I can give my full attention to that person, to that lead, to that prospect, and I can rely on my meeting transcript and summary to give me everything I need. So you can see here, I've written custom GPT, which is essentially ChatGPT. So within ChatGPT, you can build a custom GPT, which is free. And that custom GPT, you can train it so that it's geared towards a specific use case. So for example, when you just prompt ChatGPT in general, when you open the chat and you talk to it, it brings you sometimes varied results. You really have to be specific in terms of what you want back. Whereas a custom GPT, you can create one, you can tell it how you want the results structured, what it's like, what it's for. So whenever you use that custom GPT within ChatGPT, it will bring back the results precise and kind of tight every single time. For example, for me, I have a YouTube thumbnail generator. So I know my YouTube thumbnails will be generated to a high standard, how I like them, how I think works with my audience every single time, rather than going to ChatGPT overall and typing in the normal chat. because the results are varied. I have to be very specific. Whereas the custom GPT, I can be kind of broad because I've instilled into the knowledge base of the custom GPT, I want this exact thing. So I have to type less essentially. So build a custom GPT, upload your summary or your transcript, and then give it a prompt. For example, that prompt could be, which is built into the custom GPT, by the way. So you don't need to actually put this prompt in every time and then paste the summary. You can just load your chat and put the summary in because the prompt is hidden in the custom GPT. So summarize this meeting transcript, provide bullet points and action items with responsible team members and due dates. So another thing you can do in the custom GPT is I can write, Aaron, we're in charge of these different things. So whenever I give you a summary or a transcript, I want you to allocate that to the right person that can deal with this, right? And if you have a large organization, imagine how beneficial that is. Next, we have easy competitor analysis. Of course, we all want to stay ahead of the competition and we want to stay up to date with the competition as well. We want to understand what's going on in the wider world. What are our competitors doing? Is there something that we're lacking or is there something that we're doing better? So you can upload a competitor's social media or website data to an AI tool and quickly get insights on what your competitors are doing well, helping them stay ahead. So first I want you to collect data. So that could be, again, website data. It could be social media profiles, whatever you feel is best. Put it through ChatGPT, just upload it, and then we want you to prompt it. And the prompt will be as follows: analyze the following competitor websites / social media handles, insert the URLs or maybe documents, provide a concise report on their strengths, weaknesses, and content opportunities we can exploit. Like I said, the more that you use AI, especially on paid plans, the more it builds an understanding of you. So the more AI will understand, this is what you do, this is where you're trying to go, this is what they like, this is what they don't like. So whenever you put a prompt like this through, it brings back more clear, concise, and precise results. This is a very big one, which I think will be huge over the next few years. Instant translation for global reach. So the ability of global reach is getting bigger every day as well, which means your business that you run locally, you may actually skyrocket your progress by having that translated. So you can use AI to instantly translate marketing materials into multiple languages, opening up new markets without ever hiring a translator. So you want to collate the data, whether it's your website or whether it's maybe marketing material that you have, brochures, leaflets, flyers, it could be your social media. Run it through ChatGPT and prompt it. Your prompt could be like this, for example: translate this product description, paste the product description into Spanish, French, and German. Keep the tone friendly and suitable for an e-commerce audience for you. Next, AI generated financial forecasts. So you can input your financial data and let AI provide easy to understand revenue forecasts or budgeting advice so you can plan better. I think this is massive because what happens is this gives you a holistic bird's eye view of what's happening in the business or your department. And the reason being is, for humans, whenever we're looking at reports, whether you do weekly or monthly reporting, we can only look at the past few months and gain a limited understanding of what's happened. Because we're humans, we're looking through 3-4 months worth of reports and trying to spot the trends. It's very tough to do, very hard to do. Whereas AI, we can just give it everything and it will look across those 6 months worth of reports or a year, and it will say, right, these are the trends you've failed on. This is what you haven't done. This is what you succeeded at. You should double down here. AI has that ability, capacity to analyze all of these reports and draw an understanding, whereas we don't. Our brains are very limited. This is where AI excels. So the flow for this is you want to collect the data. So whether you do your reports on maybe Google Sheets or Excel, collect the data, upload it into ChatGPT paid version. Like I said, you don't want your data going out there, and blur out any very sensitive data. So maybe company names or everything. So it's just numbers, so no one can identify. And then you want to prompt it. And the prompt could be something like this: using this revenue and expense data, again, paste your figures or upload the spreadsheets. Create a simple 6-month financial forecast and flag any concerning trends or cash flow risks. Even if you get 1 or 2 insights from this, how worthy is that to the business? That could potentially stop a leak, or it could stop a very disastrous thing happening in the future. Employee skill matching for projects. So you can use AI to look at employee skill sets and match the right people to the right projects, automatically improving team efficiency. So if you're part of a company where it's very much project based and you get allocated projects and the projects can vary, the people that are in charge, maybe managers or directors, they can actually have a better quality of project outcome and have the right people assigned to the right projects by using this. So, like I said, you can train AI to understand each person and their role and what they do. So, whenever we give it a project, instead of just thinking about it in our heads, maybe managers or directors having a bad day, maybe they've got a head cloud, maybe their eye's not on the ball, maybe they're focused on something else, or maybe there's bias involved. We can just give it to AI and AI will look at, right, these are all the team members, this is the project. We feel this project fits these 3 team members or 1 team member. The success of that project will probably be higher as long as the AI is geared correctly. You want a custom GPT, again, within ChatGPT, these are free to build. You can have your own knowledge base and you can train it to deliver a result. So I would create a custom GPT, give it all the roles and the staff members and what they do, what kind of projects they worked on, and what the successes have been. It can be as long as you want. And then you can put that project brief into that custom GPT, and that custom GPT will look at the project brief, it will analyze it against this, and it will give you an outcome. It'll say, yeah, I recommend these 2 people or these 3 people. So custom GPT, you want to train it, and then you want to upload the project brief. And then ChatGPT paid plan, ideally, because, to protect that sensitivity of data and non-training on the data. And then you want to obviously prompt it as well. So the prompt could be something like this. Here are our upcoming projects and staff skill profiles. Match each project with the best staff combinations. Explain your reasoning. That's a key thing. You just don't want it to bring a result back and have no reasoning behind it. You want to understand why it's come to that conclusion, because you may or may not agree with it. Automated review analysis. You can feed customer reviews into an AI tool and have it highlight common themes or issues, so you know exactly what to improve or keep doing. This is, I think, a gold mine. You can take all your Google reviews, or you could take whatever it is. You can get all those collated and give it to AI, and it will make an understanding. It will say, right, these are all things you've been complimented on, so you should really double down on this. These are things that are mid-tier, and the things that you're lacking on that were complained about is this. Instead of someone going through each review one by one and trying to formulate a trend or a pattern, let's say you've got thousands of reviews. How long is that going to take a human, right? There's more valuable tasks that staff member could be focusing on. So give this to AI, collate all the reviews. You can use an AI tool for this. Upload it, put it into ChatGPT and give it a prompt. And the prompt could look like this. Here are 200 or 2,000 customer reviews. Put all the reviews in. It could be in a document. You could upload it, or you could maybe copy and paste them. Identify the top recurring compliments and complaints and suggest 3 actionable improvements. You can tweak this review how you want. So you could say something like, identify the top recurring compliments, complaints, and the things that we're doing okay at, or we should double down at. So you can kind of organize that prompt accordingly. Businesses can upload their expense receipts and let AI categorize them automatically, saving hours of bookkeeping time. So what happens a lot of the time, even when I was in my career previously, whenever we'd go out and about or we stayed over somewhere, so we'd have to keep all the receipts, and then we'd have to send them into accounts, and they've got to categorize them, and they'll send an email back. What was this for? Where was this? Instead, we can just build an AI automation / workflow which will categorize the receipts accordingly. So I could upload, let's say, a Shell petrol receipt. I could upload a Pret a Manger receipt, and AI understands that these are receipts for this. One's fuel and one's for food. But for example, the accounts person, if I just sent it directly, they may not be familiar with Shell or BP, but they may not be familiar with that, so they need to question it. This one's slightly different from the others, and the reason being, the workflow behind this has to be constructed. And luckily, there's no code AI solutions out there which allow you to build these workflows using no code, just literally drag and drop. So what this looks like is there's a no code solution called Make, which is the world's most popular one. So you want to go Make workflow where you build this, and then it's connected to ChatGPT, and then that will also send an account's email. So for example, that Make workflow, you could have upload picture and it can be sent via WhatsApp or Telegram or something. So you can take a picture on your phone and you can send it to maybe a business number. That business number is connected in this, that understands and reads the receipt. It uses AI to understand what the receipt is, and then it automatically categorizes it and sends an email to accounts. So it could be accounts@xyzbusiness.com. This is done automatically. The prompt behind this, for example, could be categorize the following list of examples, paste the spreadsheet or receipts into standard accounting categories, e.g., utilities, marketing, travel, and highlight the unusual items. This is very key. You want to highlight what's out the norm. Content repurposing magic. So this is something we're really big on at Stratos AI. So businesses can feed a long form blog post or video transcript into AI and get it chopped up into multiple short form videos or social media snippets, maximizing their content output. So because of AI, the marketing output of industries overall has gone through the roof, meaning all the companies within the industry are using AI to some degree to help increase their output, right? What that means is your hand is forced to do the same thing. And the way to get more output is not to necessarily work more, but to use AI to help you achieve that output. And the way to do it is like this, and this is what we do at Stratos AI. We take the transcripts of the long videos that we make, maybe YouTube videos that are 15, 20 minutes long. We'll take those transcripts, we'll run them through AI, for example, ChatGPT. We'll give it a prompt, and that will give us 2 or 3 blog posts from that one video that I made. It will give us a few short form videos as well. We use a secondary software for that called Descript. And we can have social media snippets. We could have Twitter posts, allowing us to repurpose. So from one video, we get all this content. And the prompt behind this could be, here is a long form blog post / video transcript. So you want to paste that there. Break it into 5 LinkedIn posts, 3 tweet threads, and 4 short form video transcript ideas. Very simple, or whatever it is you're trying to achieve. Next is an AI powered recruitment screening. So AI is certainly making its way through recruitment. We're seeing this firsthand with the solutions. It's helping make smarter decisions, smarter hires, decrease no-shows. There's a whole bunch of things that can be done with this. So businesses can use AI to screen resumes and shortlist candidates based on job fit, saving time in the hiring process. So how you want to do this, again, is build a custom GPT within ChatGPT, train it up, give it a knowledge base, have a ChatGPT paid plan because you don't want the data trained on as well, and remove any sensitive details, for example, names or phone numbers or email addresses, and then give it a prompt, right? So this is the job description, and this is all the candidates. So it could be 50 or 100 CVs. Pick out the ones that fit the job description the best, have the right experience, have the right background, have the right cover letter, and explain your reasoning, right? Something like that. So here are 50 candidates, CVs, paste the key details of the summaries, rank them against this job description, explain why the top 5 are the best fit. No one's saying you have to totally rely on this, but it's a secondary opinion. Let's say you had picked out 3 different names and those 3 are in the top 5. That means you've picked right, okay? Because your AI has said the same thing as you. This one is a core solution for Stratos AI, which is what we deploy for businesses. Voice agents for incoming calls. So AI phone assistants can answer calls 24/7, handle frequently asked questions, book appointments, and even send follow-up emails, reducing the need for a full-time receptionist. So this has worked wonders for a lot of our clients, mostly in the medical industry for us. They work really hard to get a lead in, but sometimes because humans work really 8 hours a day, if leads come in after a certain time, they're left until the next day. We should really be getting back to them straight away. This is where AI comes in. It's always there 24/7, ready to pick the phone up and call a lead when it comes in and start to build a relationship. You want to use VAPI, which is a voice assistant software, AI driven, really cheap, really effective, great quality. Connect that to your CRM, maybe use HubSpot, Go High Level, Pipedrive, something like that. And you want to install your logic as well, which means when somebody says they want to book an appointment, I want you to connect to this business calendar and book an appointment, and the appointment looks like this, send these details over to them. That's what we call logic. What's the logic behind it? Now, a prompt for this is very difficult because every business has unique call flows, FAQs, brand tone, or backend system. So if I were to build a prompt for this, it would be like 4 pages long because I really want to get down to people are calling and they all have different inquiries. So I've got to build logic for each major inquiry. If it's something that's very nuanced and niche, then I would just refer back to a human or send them an email in the morning manually. But for 70-80% of calls, they're usually around the same topics. It's either FAQs, someone booking an appointment, or a complaint. So we can gear AI for that. And anything outside of that, we can say, right, we'll give you an email tomorrow, or we'll give you a call tomorrow when we're in the office. Simple as. But at least 70 or 80% of those calls have been handled, right? Nevertheless, it's giving you the inspiration and the knowledge that this can be done. Next, which is a very similar one, it's AI chatbots for lead qualification. Like I said, businesses work really hard for leads day in, day out, and there's no reason why they should be leaking or we are not getting back to them. So a website chatbot can greet visitors, ask qualifying questions, and capture details, sending hot leads straight into the sales team's inbox. What are you guys doing? Have you changed some ad campaigns? This will help us qualify leads and pass them on to sales, leaving them happy and leaving the organization happy overall. So what this structure looks like briefly is we use BotPress for our AI-driven chatbots. It's the same software that Kia use, the car brand, same software that American Express use as well. So we connect that to our CRM to pick up when leads are coming in. Then we connect it to logic. So we want our chatbot to understand what it is built for, what its purpose is, and what the outcome is. So it'll be different for your business, it'll be different for my business. So we have to add some logic. And that'll result in leads, qualified leads, because when a lead comes in, our BotPress will shoot out, let's say, a WhatsApp message and say, hey, Aaron, hope you're well. Saw you submit a form. What is it you need help with today? Or how can we help you with this bathroom? Again, a single universal prompt is difficult because every business has unique call flows, FAQs, brand tone, and backend systems. So there's not quite one singular prompt for this that we can nail down, because what you do and the business does is completely different to what we do. So I cannot give you a prompt. This one I think is really smart because, again, like I said, we work so hard for leads and then we hop on a call and we do a discovery call and then we need to propose something, right? So the proposal is the last kind of step before they start to make those decisions and start speaking to the decision makers to say, should we say yes or no? So businesses can input client details and let AI draft professional proposals or price quotes in seconds, ready for a human to edit and send. So you want to have a custom GPT. Again, it's free within ChatGPT. Train that up to understand your business and your pricing structure and what you guys do. Upload maybe the client's details without the confidential details. Better yet, I would upload the transcripts of your meetings, right? Maybe Zoom meetings or something. And I would upload it into here. So AI gets an understanding of what your clients like, what they want and what they're looking for. And that will equate in proposals. And the prompt for this is using this client information, paste details and our pricing structure, draft a professional proposal / quote with a friendly but persuasive tone. So these are just some examples here of what you can use AI for. What we see day to day whenever we hop on calls with businesses or directors or managers, and they're using AI to maybe draft an email. They're not figuring out how can we use this repetitively to help decrease what we do in 8 hours down to maybe 6 hours. So now we have 2 hours spare. We can allocate that to our projects and have a higher quality project, or we can allocate that to team bonding or leadership. That's the key here. I really hope you took value from that, and I will see you in the next one.